Hello and welcome to another episode here on my channel. My name is ChaosMole and today we are talking about Twitch and the chance of change. A lot of people have now been recently demanding that Twitch is changing and is becoming more active instead of just reacting to the things which are happening. And I have always said that will not happen. Why will it not happen? Because that would cost Twitch money. And Twitch is unfortunately not in the position anymore to lose money. They have to make money. A few years ago, Amazon basically came down on Twitch and was like, hey, you better start to make us a lot of money or we will close you down. And this is why Twitch has been pushing for a lot of things which makes them money, but not really for things the community wants because, well, that wouldn't really make them money. And especially with the recent hate raids right now, the only thing Twitch is offering is thoughts and prayers, and people demand, rightfully so, more. The thing is, that doesn't make them money. And the people who are suffering from those hate rates right now are, well, a lot, but not enough to make them change their mind. Because they would just run the number on this, and even if those people would now decide, yeah, I'm leaving Twitch, I'm out, you know what Twitch would probably do when they heard that all those content creators are leaving the platform? Twitch would stand there and clap. Because the reality is streaming is expensive. And most people on the platform cost Twitch money. And I've been saying this for years. Not because I agree with how Twitch is running this whole thing, but that is the reality. And people have, well, more or less ignored me or have gave me a little bit of flack here and there, or even believe I totally have a vendetta against Twitch and I have it out for the platform. And no, that's not the reality. The reality is what I said over the years is true and you just don't like it. Now, thankfully, somebody who has a little bit more reach actually did go to Twitter and talked about this. And this is Zach Busy, who has been in the whole streaming business for years and years and have been reporting about things which are happening at Twitch and about streamers and so on. And he basically made a tweet, not only backing up with what I said, but also putting down a lot of numbers so that people can take a look at that and, well, get their own opinion about what is going on at Twitch. So with that said, let's look into it, shall we? So, this is the tweet, and he is saying, as we have seen over the last few years, Twitch is a reactive company. When it comes to anything community related, DMCA, tax, hot tub meta, gambling, hate rates, etc. Reacting is probably fine for many companies, but Twitch is literally built on communities. So they should plan a lot of the things out, and like the hate rates, like the DMCA, like the gambling. A lot of people said, how could you miss this? Like, you should have seen this coming, Twitch. And maybe they did, but they pulled the numbers on this and they were like, yeah, actually acting before it happens would cost us more than just waiting for it to happen and then react on it. That's basically the reality. As such, there is a moral imperative to be proactive in protecting the communities that Twitch is built on. Yep, that's what I said. This is what a lot of people believe, or at least that's what we think. This is where we have a disconnect. The proactive updates are usually around monetization, ads, gamifying subs, hype trains, etc. So all the things people have been complaining about, that they said, hey, well, it's great that you're really looking forward to bring all those monetization issues to Twitch, but you don't really develop the things we as a community want. And the reality is just, why would they? The one makes the money they desperately need, and the other thing is just for goodwill, and they don't really care for goodwill because, well, we will get to that. But why the disconnect? Well, I think it comes down to how the platform is structured. Twitch is a top-heavy platform. If the vast majority of revenue and viewership is top-loaded, everything beneath that threshold is far less important to the business. Yeah, that's what I said before, right? Like the top 5% makes the money, where the rest of the 95% costs Twitch money. So they have to make sure that the top 5% are happy and make them a lot of cash, whereas the 95%, you are whatever. You don't matter. And this is why, and this was actually very interesting, when Mixer was still around and started to buy Shroud, Ninja, that was the first time Twitch was panicking. Because, as I said, 5% of their streamers, which is not that much, are making the most of the money. If a company now starts to buy out only 1% of those 5% of the streamers, Twitch is in massive trouble. That was the first time where they panicked and where they also acted by signing streamers. Did you realize, since Mixer closed down, that basically no streamers got signed anymore to Twitch? They basically stopped with that immediately when they heard that Mixer is closing down. I mean, why would they? Some data. August 15 had the highest average viewership with 4.2 and something million people of the last 30 days. That day, the top 5,000 channels held 3.7 million of those viewers. That is 88%. 105,000 channels were live at the time. And to be top 5,000, you needed 625 views. That's crazy. Outside of the top 5,000, those 100,000 channels had to share 500,000 viewers, an average of 5.3 viewers per channel. This is common for most days and times. I just picked one data point. Those in the top 5,000 are more likely focused on career goals, money, and growth. This is what I have been saying for years, and where I said most people don't really listen to me. Twitch is a dead end for any new streamer. Think about it. You are one of the 100,000 channels who is live on a daily basis. Keep in mind, not everyone is streaming at the same day, and so on and so forth. And 100,000 channels have to share 500,000 viewers, which comes down to 5.3 viewers per channel. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. And for you as a streamer, why would you go to Twitch? Because that also means your chance of growth on the platform is not very high. You have to fight so many channels over only that many viewers. And keep in mind, it's not that those, 3.7 million views in the top channels are going around to watch something else. Those 3.7 million viewers, they mostly stay in the top channels. They will never go around. There is no trickling down effect. That doesn't happen. They stay where they are. And this is why Twitch is heavily monetizing their platform around those top 5,000 channels. Because that's where most of the viewers are. This is where they make the money. And when you are not in the top 5,000, you basically don't matter to Twitch because you don't make the money. Now, it comes down to you if you're okay with that or if you are not. And I think we have now reached a point where slowly but surely it dawns a little bit on a good amount of content creators that they are not in the top 5,000, not even remotely close, and because of that, they don't mean much. And as somebody who has realized that pretty early on, I can just tell, yeah, maybe you wanna look for another place. I think that wouldn't be a bad choice. But let's read further, shall we? This explains Twitch's proactive approach to monetization. Twitch's cash grab of streamers, where 88% of the viewers are, is also aligned in their own desire to make money. The remaining 95% of streamers, not a top priority because their 12% viewership is too small a market. Think about that. 95% of the streamers have 12% of the viewers. Like, just think about that. That means the 5% of the streamers have the 88% of the views. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And the chance for you to get into the 5%, to make the right amount of money, and more importantly, to be heard by Twitch, yeah, don't fool yourself. The chance is super slim. I mean, let's be honest here. I came from Mixer. I became a Twitch partner. Why do you believe Twitch gave me the Twitch partnership? Because I'm cute? Because I have the German accent? No. They gave it to me because I presented them numbers. The numbers I did draw on Mixer. And I was somebody who had, especially in the last half year on Mixer, I had between 500 and even over 1,000 viewers per day on Mixer. That's the reason why Twitch gave me partnership. And that's the only reason. They looked at the numbers and they saw, damn, this dude is drawing numbers. This dude can bring its community over to Twitch. Reality was, I didn't. I didn't draw the same numbers on Twitch. I didn't brought over most of my community. I did bring my core community with me, but most of the people left. And whenever I asked something from Twitch as a partner afterwards, they completely ignored me because I didn't have the leverage anymore, because they realized, oh, well, this is not really what we had envisioned with all the numbers. Yeah, we don't care for you anymore. Have a nice day. So yeah, like, Twitch makes decision on the top 5%. And if you're not part of it, well, then you are not important. This is also generally why you don't see many of the top streamers speaking up on community issues. Hateraids, for example, wouldn't be noticed because of their fast-moving chats. They also have bigger mod teams to take care of those situations. When top streamers do speak up, it's often when it impacts them. Social issues in mainstream news, ads experience disrupting people's enjoyment of their streams, DMCA impacting their content, suspension for reasons unknown, harming their earning potential. So what does it all mean, and the possibility of affecting change? On our own real change, and not just hold us accountable tweets and feigned responses, is going to be incredibly difficult. It's going to require way more and longer term initiatives. Things like disconnecting the majority of revenue earned through Twitch-controlled monetization, expanding the messaging to include things that would pull in those top 5,000 streamers, amplifying your voice through media, and it must be sustained for long periods of months. See, that is exactly the problem. You have to get the top 5,000 streamers in there, and you have to get a good portion of that into your whole agenda. But most of those top 5,000 streamers will not do that, because simply that's not what they are standing for. That's not what they are looking for. It could even hurt their business, and they are like, yeah, no, I will not do that. Why would I hurt my own business? And you have to run this for a month. Like when you see streamers who say, yeah, we will not stream on the 1st of September I have to ask, A, how many of the top 5,000 streamers do you have helping you out? And B, for one day, Twitch will not even see that. Months, where it becomes an issue, because most of the money making happens over months on Twitch. Subs, advertisement, right? Like a lot of those things happen over a month. And if there's one day who is not fully functioning as Twitch wants it to be, whatever. Doesn't do anything. That's the harsh reality. Don't get me wrong, I'm not applauding what the people are doing here, that they are standing up and finally tell Twitch enough is enough. But unfortunately, they do that with not a lot of leverage, and that sucks. Like as I said before, even if tens of thousands of streamers would announce next day that they are leaving Twitch, Twitch would stand there and applaud them. They would be happy about that because it would stop costing them money. While it's no doubt Twitch sees what people are saying, yeah, of course they're seeing it. They're not blind. They're monitoring social media like every other company does. There's unfortunately no compelling financial reason to fix those issues overnight. They work on it. They have said they are, but it's probably not a Twitch business priority right now. No one should be subjected to the stuff I've seen my friends and strangers be bombarded with over the last weeks. And it's sad that it's mostly marginalized creators that continue to have carried the burden of making this platform better for all. So, if you've been lucky enough to not have witnessed or being subjected to hate raids, understand it's one piece of the puzzle. If you want change, a better subsplit, no exclusivity clause, less intrusive ads, etc., the fight for stopping hate raids, it's also your fight. And he's right with that. And what you really have to do is you have to draw in as many of the big creators as possible. But most of the big creators are not really interested with it because they have reached a point where this is a business. And if they have to make the decision, if their business and their money income is, well, less important than the things you want, you have to do a lot of work to make that work. So as unfortunate this is, but you will not see quick change. Twitch has no interest. Twitch has absolutely no financial interest in this. And I was pretty quiet about this because I didn't want to hijack the topic, but I can only say what I said before. Find another platform. Find a platform where you can grow. And don't get me wrong, people will say, well, you were streaming on Trovo, right? Yeah. But if Trovo grows, the same thing will probably happen there, right? Probably, yeah. If they're not finding a way to make it balanced, probably. But here's the thing. My chance of maybe being in the top 5,000 on Trovo at some point is still much higher than it ever will be on Twitch. The only real platform where you actually have a chance, where things seems to be relatively even, is YouTube right now. Because the algorithm is, I don't know, drawing a dice who gets the attention and who doesn't, right? And they do the same thing for streaming. And fun fact, actually, YouTube has a 70-30 revenue split. So you get 70%, YouTube gets 30%. And you look at YouTube, and from a pure business perspective, YouTube is the better choice than Twitch. But a lot of people want to stay on Twitch because they're used to it. This is where they have built their community. They fear that they will lose people when they move the platforms. And I totally understand that. And the reality is it will happen. That's what always happens. But this is the question you should ask yourself. Would moving the platform in the long run hurt you more than staying with Twitch, who again has no interest who you are, what you are doing, as long as you are not one of the top 5%? That's something you have to figure out for yourself. And I made my peace with it. And this is why I moved. Simple as that. With that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you're on your way out, I would appreciate if you might consider to leave a like. If you didn't like this video for whatever reason, well, then you can hit the dislike button. It's right next there. And if you're also new to the channel, you want to see more opinion videos, gaming news, reaction videos, gameplay, previews, reviews, and so on, the whole gaming shebang, I would appreciate if you might consider to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to catch me live, you can do so on trovo.live/ChaosMole from Monday to Friday, starting at 9 AM ET. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.